We have survived 4,000 days in our Minecraft world. Woohoo! Well, of course we have. It's survival. If we die, we just respawn. But that is not the point. In those 4,000 days, a lot of things have happened, and today I wanna show you everything we have managed to build or destroy by giving you guys a full world tour.
We will visit the builds in the same order as we built them, so starting our journey with the oldest build right here in our world spawn, where we have our first home.
After creating the world, we started building as many farms as possible, like this sugarcane farm in our abandoned base, this wheat and carrot land right over here, the iron farm right here with 6 villagers, and a hidden, fully automatic wheat and carrot farm powered by villagers. Looking very nice.
But that was not all for our first episode. Right below here we have not so hidden wool farm, and we still constantly use this.
One of the coolest builds we did at the start was the villager trading hall, which has survived all of our heavy usage. There was a time where we needed to enchant over 100 diamond shovels. So basically we just have every single book here that is for sale for just a single emerald. I would say that this is a must-have for every single Minecraft world.
Also, this small little creeper farm was built, a slime farm above the ocean, and a gold XP farm in the nether, which is our long time favorite XP farm. It's just so easy to start and repair your stuff here. Oh yeah, we actually built the Enderman XP farm too, but that was just to get started in this world.
We even have this farm here, which is the Shulkercraft farm, and it was also built pretty early on in the world. We really do love shulker boxes, and our channel is called Shulkercraft, so it only makes sense.
I know we are still missing a proper nether hub that tells us what way each thing is. We gotta use our brain to remember that. And if you ever forget, I can just look at my coordinates list or the signs on the portals, but there are a ton of them.
We find our next farm here, and this is a pretty big one. Just as big as a thank you for today's sponsor, Buff. Buff is an app that rewards you for just playing games, which I can imagine all of us do. Just keep the app open and play your favorite games to collect points, which can be redeemed into many rewards, like game keys, gift cards or even gaming hardware. It won't make your PC any slower, and there are a lot of supported games, including Minecraft, or the newest game they just added, Fall Guys. In November you will earn more buff points than usual, and the marketplace will have a 50% discount going on, not to mention the giveaways they have worth thousands of dollars. Right now it's the perfect time to download Buff, and by using the link below you will get a free starting bonus of 100 buff points, helping you get closer to your first reward. Don't miss out on getting rewarded for just playing games, and huge thanks to Buff for sponsoring this video. Let's continue with the world tour. Introducing the Stacking Raid farm. It produces a lot of stuff, but we mainly use it to get emeralds in this world, and we have needed a lot of it in some projects. We have used all of it, as you can see. Introducing Trash Can. But if you're thinking that our world is just full of farms, then you are wrong. The next project was a cool build, so let's check it out.
Huh, not exactly a build, but this is our super flat world project. It's a 544 by 544 blocks area made completely flat and covered it with dirt. It took over 22 hours together to make it, but just look at it.
Exposed.
Exposed, yes.
It's really cool and huge, but we still haven't decided if we want to build something above here. So we have just kept it empty all this time. But the time was still well spent, since you guys enjoyed the video.
Now you gotta grab this, and let's head into our next project. Welcome to Paris, where we have the Eiffel Tower. This is 220 blocks high, and honestly it looks amazing.
Instead of just looking good, we even made a staircase that goes all the way up the Eiffel Tower, just like on the real thing. The build time for this was about 10 hours, which is really low compared to some other projects we are about to show you.
This project was actually built next to the super flat world, which I'm sure you can tell is the cactus farm. It's massive and has over 24,000 cactuses growing in here. On the inside you can see that all the cactuses come together using some water and then slowly go down this honey wall.
I really like this addition that we made to the cactus farm. And in case you need any cactus, then all the 54,000 that it produces per hour is packed right here into the shulker boxes. All in all, this build took 42 hours from start to finish. And please don't ask any questions on why we did this. And let's move on to the next project.
Why?
This is our main base / the storage room. It has the title of being the longest taking project in our world, taking us 57 hours to build.
But we literally had to move a mountain to build this. On the positive side, this is the project I am most proud of in this world. And on the outside, you can see these little biomes built all around the base. This gives the base a lot more color and just fun things to look at.
But we definitely had a lot of fun building these and have a cool decoration like the mini end island, which has the ship. Or the desert temple.
Hello there.
Again, super small but cool. Moving to the inside of the base, this is where we keep all of our stuff, and during these 4000 days we have collected a lot of things.
Just to give you some stats, this storage room has more than 2000 chests and can hold up to 3.4 million items. Every chest is connected to a fully automatic sorting system, which used to work with just hoppers, but we updated it to be a fully water only system, and it works a lot better, as you can see.
I'm sorry that it's kinda messy here, but we constantly have a lot of stuff going on and we are too lazy to clean it up. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the storage room, but I see a lot of improvements that we could do in the future.
The next project is even visible from here, which is the huge tree that we built. It may look cool as just a decoration, but it has a very functional thing on the inside. A massive spruce tree farm that makes us 150,000 logs per hour.
I know this number is kinda hard to imagine, but let's fire it up and let me show you. You see, it grows a tree really fast and leads them to the many TNT chambers, where the logs are destroyed.
Just look at all the logs this shulker box loader has to pack up. It was pretty difficult to build overall, but then again, it's like one of the most powerful tree farms that you can build in Minecraft. And whenever we have a project that requires some spruce wood, I'm like, that's easy.
But what we did next in this world is something times 1000. That is the 1000 beacon area.
Oh yeah, we are crazy, but here we have it. And to be exact, there is 1024 beacons in here, taking up this huge space. If you think this project is pointless, oh boy, you're gonna be shocked at some of the other stuff coming up in this video.
But the 1000 beacons had to come from somewhere. So where did we get so many? We built this really good wither skeleton farm to get all the wither skeleton heads, then used our nether star farm. I know, we have a farm for everything that killed 1000 withers. And as I previously mentioned, the emerald / raid farm came in really handy to get us all the emerald blocks. Let's just say, the base of the beacons needed quite a few.
But our next project leads us deep underground, where we can find a fully safe and harmless ancient city. Every streaker has been removed, so you know it's safe. And all the buildings are fully restored to its original state. Or at least what we think was their original state, cause we don't know exactly, but we can imagine.
As an extra feature, we added some light switches that can light up these towers or the tunnel heading into the main building. Overall, this thing here took us 12 hours to restore, so quite a long time, but there were just tons of buildings that all needed a makeover.
Then we got pretty tired of building stuff and decided to dedicate the next 47 hours on making this. Yep, it is the perimeter. It is a 16 by 16 chunks area, completely dug out from the ground down to the bedrock. And as I said before, it took painfully long 47 hours.
TNT tubers did most of the work over here, but you still need to constantly check on them and remove any lava that appears. Back in the day, it used to be really simple to make these, when the world was a lot less deep.
Those new deep step blocks, man, they give me nightmares. That is why we were more than happy to build something for our next project. So we built this, the Ultimate Farm 2.0.
If you didn't know, we built a similar concept in the first survival world we had. But this time, we made everything better more beautiful, and a lot bigger. It has a total of 8 different farms, ranging from gunpowder to cobblestone, and it produces 167,000 items per hour.
I know that most of it is cobblestone, but just look at how beautifully everything fits into the ultimate farm. We made it as compact as possible. Right now we have the automatic sorting system, so the items take a different route and get sorted, or I mean most of it. But if you don't want it, you can just disable it and collect all the items yourself.
You probably don't see us visiting the Superflat very often or walking up the Eiffel Tower, but this ultimate farm has actually been useful to us.
The next build was pretty sweet, cause we built a chocolate factory. Get it? It's sweet cause it's yeah. This takes a lot of inspiration from the Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, but it looks freaking epic.
The interior of the factory is fully decorated, having a lot of different rooms and secret hallways. But the main part of the interior is the cocoa bean farm.
You see those sea lanterns at the ceiling? This could be easily farmed with a garden farm, but we didn't have it. So this project gave us a reason to build it, and now we also have a really fast garden farm.
Anyway, the farm here produces 2,500 cocoa beans per hour. In the next room here we have the villagers farming us wheat. All of this effort is made so we could put these two things together in the packing station and make chocolate chip cookies, just like an actual factory, and that's why I love this build.
Talking about factories, we had to open a literal dirt factory in our next episode. Or more accurately, just grabbing shovels and digging away as many dirt as possible. The goal was to collect 1 million dirt blocks, and we completed that in just 19 hours.
This landscape used to be like a regular land, but now it's like a moon surface and we had 1 million blocks of dirt. Yes, we had, since the next project used up all the 1 million of it.
Introducing the dirt meatball made out of, you guessed it, 1 million dirt blocks, which took over 24 hours to build. That is longer than it took to collect them, which is crazy. And honestly, this is the one project where we totally miscalculated the time it would take to build this. So yeah, it was a big L.
Frustration. But we lived through it and got to our next project. This massive iron farm, which you can clearly read from the iron golem sign. The amount of iron golems that fall down every cycle is just crazy, and it definitely generates some lag. But it's not joking around with the production rates, making us 36,000 iron and 9,000 poppies every hour.
I don't have that many girlfriends to give flowers to, so instead we take the flowers and just compost them into bone meal. And the iron also is packed right into shulker boxes. It took 17 hours to build, mainly because we needed over 300 villagers total in this farm. But what can I say, it is way better than the previous iron farm we had, so I'm pretty happy.
Our next project was to build a base, but not like any typical base. This here is the 2D base we built. The area you can walk on is just 1 block wide, but to make it actually a functional base, we added some farms on the inside, a storage room, and even a huge villager trading hall.
From far away it does look like the painting on the wall, which is pretty cool. And I really love the fact that you can see the chocolate factory right here, the 2D base, and right over it is the huge meatball, making this area even cooler. Anyway, our tour continues close to our home into this build, which is the circular maze.
This is a bit different than some regular maze, since it has many obstacles and things that are trying to kill you along the way. But the overall look of this maze is pretty nice, and I'm still surprised how we managed to fit it so nicely into this forest.
Moving into the nether, we can find a gold farm that is one of the highest producing gold farms ever. A quick side note about the magma blocks here, since we needed so many of them, we built a magma cube farm, but then realized it was too slow and just collected the blocks manually. Epic! Anyway, this thing here produces us 1600 gold blocks per hour.
Okay, not exactly gold blocks, but gold ingots and gold nuggets that we then need to craft into gold blocks. We even AFK'd here for 24 hours straight and ended up with 39,000 gold blocks. We still haven't figured out what to do with these gold blocks, but I'm sure we eventually will.
Going underground again, we can find this almost endless looking tunnel that finally leads to the thing that made it. Which is all done by this tunnel bore. We did a video where we mined for diamonds for 100 days straight and ended up using this tunnel bore for the most of it.
And you wanna know how many diamonds we got from 100 days of mining? The result speaks for itself, a total of 5 diamond beacons. But just in case you haven't seen the video, I'm not going to spoil the exact diamond amount. For the next project we gotta visit an island, which actually was a huge project called making the ultimate farming island.
Basically, we took an empty island and filled it with farms that we didn't have, like these 3 tree farms, producing us any types of logs. But they all need bone meal as fuel, so that is why we have this sugarcane farm here and the melon farm that we all convert into bone meal and use that as the fuel source for these 3 farms.
The logs they produce are then taken right into the middle area using some redstone systems. And then here we can just collect them. I love this system, it makes our tree farming so much easier and this truly feels like an ultimate farming island for me.
And can you believe it? That was all the builds and stuff we have done in 4000 days of playing.
I definitely wanna know what is your favorite out of all of them in the comments below.
And check out our survival series episodes to get a closer look into the builds. But we will see you next week.
Until then,
bye!